Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful information diagram, chart and table-packed expert book called The Locomotive of Today, specialist book, published in 1922. The condition is fairly shelf-worn, as you can see. It's been used, I think it's been fairly well thumbed, I think probably by an engineer, a railway engineer. So the cover is a bit creased and torn at the edges, but the binding is still perfectly sound. As I say, it's sort of thumbed and a bit written in parts, but The Locomotive of Today, reprinted with revisions and additions from the Locomotive magazine, 1922. And it's just packed with wonderful photos like this. At the end, there's a whole photo section. I'll show you that first and then show you some of the diagrams. But wonderful, specific, named engines. And at the back, all the back pages, there are, I don't know, sort of 30-odd plates, 25, 30 plates. Hang on, how many? 24 plates of engines there of all the different railways, tank engine from the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway, etc., etc., etc. 24 lovely photographic plates at the end of trains, engines and stock. Chapters on brakes, the tender, the framing, the wheels, full of these detailed diagrams of every part of the train is sort of detailed here. The wheels, the framing, etc., the engine itself, and then the real treat comes at the start, where folding out, there are 7 long plates like this of measured drawings, every single measurement. This is an express, a 460 express locomotive of the London and North Western Railway, Sir Gilbert Claughton class. And there, if you judge by my hand, you can see the size of this highly detailed, this is low resolution by the way, highly detailed engineering drawing with every single piece of the engine given its measurement. And this goes on and on. There are 7 of these folding plates, I think I'm right in saying. I can't do them all one-handedly. There's another engine, sorry, that's not the, that's a different section. That's a sort of section of the engine. That's the engine from above, I think, I'm not sure. It gives you every single viewpoint of a locomotive engine. There we are, another type, Atlantic type express locomotive for the Great Northern Railway, all the valves, every single part. It's fantastic. Even, you know, to the person who's not interested in railways particularly, it's just a wonderful sort of visual treat. There's a cross-section of the train, and so it goes on. So it's a great book for the railway enthusiast, every detail of trains of the period with measurements, etc., etc. A nice item for a 1920s railway enthusiast. I can't fold those back. Yes, I can, one-handedly. There we are, The Locomotive of Today, 1922. Nice, scarce, expert item. Bye.